coming to this, though we may not have realized it always, life's limitations can someone inspire us to set us high standards we may not reach otherwise. To support this statement, I would like to tell you a tiny story of a little kid. So long back there is a kid who is so interested in love cricket, and as if he seemed to bond with bat and ball, and in fact he has that kind of a passion of cricket. Well, this story is a different thing, as if he is born with physical challenge due to his congenital disorder. He don't have his fingers for the right hand and left hand, and miss the right toe. So in his childhood, when he went to play the cricket in the neighborhood, every people started criticizing him and made him feel the different. And also, they was told that he wasn't made able for cricket. And some people gave him false hopes that they let them allow him to play if he serve water and as well as drinks to those players who are playing in the field. But he's already beating his odds in his life, and he is categorized as odd one out. So he couldn't bear that. Once he get back to his father and he explained the whole scenario. His father did an immense support, and he advised him that physically challenged persons are already set an example of how to overcome the adversities and rise high. Physically they are disabled, but mentally they are very strong. And in fact, people who are having a disabilities, they'll give always their best in whatever they are doing. So this father's advice changes this little kind's mindset and brought a new understanding into his life. In a nutshell, fast forward 20 years, this player became an international player to represent the India in World Cup, which was conducted by England Cricket Board, and India went on the tournament and win the World Cup. And today, standing in front of you guys, so this is Ramesh Naidu, the 27-old version of the little kid who have you heard till about now. So everyone have a different mindset, and everyone have stereotypes that physical disabled persons are dependent and incomplete with others. So when I had that kind of incidents in this childhood, I always felt that I also had a same kind of a mindset. I couldn't able to do things. But after my father suggested these advices, I changed myself and I molded myself into a strong mindset and developed a kind of mental strength to my life. In fact, it plays a crucial role in my life. As I came from a low class financial background, my family members and my parents always suggested that if you get a good education, you will get fetch a good well-paid job, as like a traditional thinking regarding job security and settlement. Even I felt that very strong, and I had a very strong notion that if I study well, I'll get a good job and I'll get secured and I'll get a financial settlement, whatnot, everything. So parallelly, I focused on studies too, but I couldn't took up my cricket into a professional level. So I started preparing for IIT JEE, and you already know that I have been qualified for this IIT entrance test, and I got 41 rank in PS category, and at the same time I got an admission in ITM in electrical engineering dual degree program. So I just want to give a brief view of an IIT Madras. So this is our institute main entry gate, and this is the Gajendra cycle. A lot of people have a strong notion that IITians are only into studies, but that's not true. Officially, it was accepted by everyone, but as being an IITian, I would say that it's not at all true. Look at these things. This shows that IIT as overall a good ecosystem when it comes to the students. It was like really great, amazing, and also IIT gives a rich and valuable exposure to all the students. They want to pursue and develop their interest in the same. IIT Madras consists of 620 acres, and also they focused on multiple avenues regarding curricular activities, extracurricular activities, and at the same time they are very flexible in academics. And you can see these things, the kind of facilities and infrastructure you have seen in these things. Like these are the cricket grounds, which I am coming from a sports background. I just mentioned all these things. These are all cricket grounds and the stadiums. So as I said that like IITians are only into the studies, but after I have been to IIT, I came to know that there are a lot of opportunities and lot of things to do to explore yourself and excel in that. IITM provides that a lot of opportunities when it comes to the students, because when everyone are expecting that when only IITians will go for only studies, they'll prioritize only they give preference for only studies, But that's not at all true. As you can see that, so there is a program called NSO, National Sports Organization, which is a sports curriculum of every Indian Institute of Technology. So this is the curriculum where every freshers, like the batch people will come, around some 200 people for each sport, and they'll compete for this curriculum. And finally, they will take only 25 players. I have been a part of it, and this is the selection trials which are given in the college. So after giving a trials in NSO, I had a mainstream notion that due to my childhood incidents, people will treat me in the same way. They thought the same scenario what I got witnessed in their childhood. But unlikely, it was so different. The people who are all in this institute, they treated me so nicely and they treated me equally. And moreover, after giving the trials, my coach approached me and he said me that if you want to be in the team, you never expect sympathy, and at the same time, you will be always treated as everyone. So don't expect any sympathy at any cost. I felt like so happy, and that's what exactly I wanted, and I always wanted to be treated in that way. In fact, that's where my thing has been started in the institute after my coach approached me and said those words. So this is the first thing which I have been selected in the hostel team. This is the Ganga hostel team. So every year there is a sports meet will happen, which is called as Toiter, where all the inter-hostel teams will participate for the general championship. And in my all dual degree program, like I have represented every like each and every year, like 5 years we won the 5 champions, and in fact our hostel had the more championship titles in this. And this thing is for inter-IIT sports meet. Every Indian Institute Technology have a inter-IIT sports meet where it is the longest running intercollegiate meet where all the IITs will participate. And I was getting to be selected in this team, and in fact it boosted my confidence levels, and I understood that a person can achieve a goals with the strong who is having a strong determination and willpower. And this is my college team, which we won the overall general championship. So, and IIT has taught me that one important thing, that if you want to develop your passion for learning, just continue with that, so that you will never stop to grow. And after representing inter-university level, I got a chances from district teams, and at the same time, my manager from state approached me and he asked me to attend for the trials. So I represented Tamil Nadu Cricket State Physical Challenge Association, and I think I performed, like I scored an half century and I took a 5 wickets in my first match itself, and just right away took me into the team. And after that, I did as a captain for the state team too, and this is the thing where I won the first trophy as a captain. And these are the things like after I have been performing in every tournament. This is from South Zonals, and at the same time, this is from the World Cup probables. And a lot of people having a strong notion that if people like students are into the sports, they have like they lag in academics and all, but that's not at all true, because you can see the live example of me, and I can say that like it's all about the time management and prioritizing the things. In fact, that's what IIT is taught to us, how to manage the times and how to explore your potential and how to implement in the proper way. If you have a proper team and proper interest, you can pursue in the same and you can excel in that with the proper guidance and the high qualifying coaches and the supporting team. And also, I'm so lucky that I got all the kind of facilities through IIT, and also I'm so lucky to get the supportive friends in my each and every phase, which I was here. It wouldn't have been possible without those people. So finally, after I performed in state, South Zone, and also India Red, and then World Cup Pro Bowls, and finally I achieved this. So eventually, after performing in this thing, I have been selected for the Indian Divyang cricket team. In the same year, in 2019, I represented the World Cup, which was conducted by England Cricket Board, and India went on to the tournament and we won the first World Cup, and we were like unbeaten throughout the tournament. Before we have been to the World Cup in England, everyone have a strong notion and everyone have that negative impact that Indians are not able to perform on the overseas conditions. That's the kind of a criticism we got before we have been to World Cup. But we proved them wrong and we believed in ourselves. As a team, we did it, and we organized and we adopted to those things, and we performed as a team and we won the World Cup for the first time. So you can see it, what I'm wearing now. This is an India blazer. Whenever I feel it, there's a lot of emotions are attached to it. So it made me push myself more, and whenever I go into the field, it gives an immense motivation to go and perform on the field too. So everyone have an incident in our childhood that whenever national anthem comes, people just stood in front of TV and sing along with it. Even I also did that in my childhood. When it comes to in a live scenario, you can look at this national anthem pics. So when it comes to in the live scenario, I couldn't even felt that was like it still all feels unreal. It's like a blessed moment for me, and that's the proudest moment I ever had in my life. To sing the national anthem, to wave the Indian flag in England, it all still feels unreal. And also, I'm so blessed and honored to be a part of this team. So these are the incredible memories and winning moments, like after we have been won the World Cup in England against England in the finals. And this was the first time the World Cup has been conducted, and we won without losing any match throughout the tournament. So this pic sums upon my happiness. Slowly started things falling into the place. Everyone expected that when I entered in IIT, everyone expected that I'd be placed in some company and will get a good job and come out. But life had another plans. After winning the World Cup, my institute welcomed with me this wonderful, beautiful justice. This is the hoarding like which IIT have been kept in the institute when I won the World Cup and came back to India. So this is the one of the proudest moment as a student in the institute. We all had a one dream. We had a one motto. That is, moreover winning in the World Cup, we just focused on the dream. The dream which is not winning the World Cup. The dream is we should set an example to motivate the further generations and to build a prideful platform for Divyang cricket. Because we don't have that kind of recognition before we won the World Cup. It started in 1981. Still no we didn't get any kind of a progress. But after we won the World Cup, we created such an impact and we created such make a difference when it comes to the further generations. So I felt that was a real success. Winning and achieving is not a success. It's all about making some kind of an impact. That's what I felt it as a real success. And also, I would like to say one thing to all the people, as Stephen Hawking said once: concentrate on the things. Your disability doesn't prevent you doing well, and also don't regret if the things interface with. And don't be disabled in spirit as well as physically, and moreover, don't live up to your stereotypes. And before I wind up this, I just want to say no physical disability is bigger than the mental block. Once you overcome the mental block, you're just as able as anyone else. So be yourself and believe in yourself, self-motivate, and at the same time, maintain that never give up attitude in your life and do what you love. Automatically, success will come. And don't go for result, just believe in the process, because it's all about a learning process. If you believe in the progress will come automatically. So this is how I reverse in the main notions. And I just want to say one thing: when the people in my childhood, when people criticized me after I won the World Cup and I came back to India, they came to my home and they approached me and they were like apologized, and they regretted that like they have been criticized at some point. I felt so happy after looking at those people, because it made me feel that like, okay, I created such kind of an impact to those people's mindset, and I just break those stereotypes, and that was the greatest achievement I ever did in my life. So once again, thank you so much, Vignan Schools, for giving me this beautiful opportunity, and thanks for giving me a wonderful opportunity to speak in front of all these bright students. Thank you.